Thank you, Madam President. To explain my vote, I think we all realize at this point that the past year has been unbelievably difficult and challenging and a terrible year. We've lost loved ones, friends, family, serious illnesses. Kids couldn't get into school, businesses and jobs shut down. But New Yorkers fought through it and got us to this point. And this bill relates to the fact that we're at a pretty good point here. I think we're on our way to vanquishing this virus. But we're not out of the woods yet. But ironically, the clearest indication that we're heading towards being out of the woods is that you're going to see a lot of people wanting to get into the woods because our parks are opening up, our campgrounds are opening up, our beautiful forest lands in the 49th Senatorial District and across this state are opening up. Our lakes, our waterways. You're going to see New Yorkers come out and get out there. They'll be hiking, they'll be boating, they'll be hunting, they'll be picnicking, they'll be swimming. They'll be doing all the wonderful things we love to do when everything is back to normal. And the fact of the matter is, it's not only the virus we have to protect everybody against right now. That the wonderful things they'll be doing, there's a group of individuals who are challenged in certain ways. They have allergies. Now, they're going to be out in these beautiful areas, and for the most part, they're going to be having a great time. But those bees, those spiders will be stinging, will be biting, and there'll be some mistakes made with the food because a lot have food allergies, and tremendously bad things can happen when they go into shock. So we have a law in New York State, which is a very important and good law for safety. And we have a number of individuals who can carry what's called EpiPens, injectors. We have law enforcement, we have firefighters, we have paramedics, we have EMTs, nurses. There's a long list. Unfortunately, for these wonderful areas we have in New York State for tourists, for New Yorkers, these recreational areas, forest rangers, ENCON police, park rangers, believe it or not, they're not on the list. In my district, it's important for them to be on that list, to have the opportunity to carry those EpiPens to save people's lives. And this bill is going to save people's lives. It's going to allow them to carry EpiPens, and in an emergency, when these allergic reactions happen, it's who can get there the quickest to save their lives, to pull them out of this shock. And when you're talking about a sheriff or a chief of police or a law enforcement who may be 50, 60 miles away, or a park ranger who is right there with a hunter, a hiker, or a picnicker, has this allergic reaction, it's so important for them to be able to be there to save those lives. Now, there's a lot of people to thank for this, but first and more importantly, I want to thank the guy who wants me to call him RJ, Senator Robert Jackson over there. I want to make it clear, this bill probably never comes to the floor unless that senator sponsors it, supports it, reaches out to his colleagues and probably my colleagues, and even in the assembly, and helps fight to get this to the floor. And he's got a personal experience he's going to talk to you about, which is extremely important. He's got a young daughter, a pediatrician, Dr. Jackson Owens, who's got a little grandchild, 8 years old, who has allergies and who has had to use an EpiPen over the years. And my proudest point is, not only has he endorsed this bill, but his daughter has endorsed this bill. And that means a lot to me also. So thank you, Senator. I want to thank Senator Leader Stuart Cousins for allowing this bill to the floor. I want to thank my leader in the New York State Senate minority, Senator Robert Ord, who's doing a tremendous job, who directs our staff and all our helpers that work on our bills, that fight to get our bills through committees, that make our bills better. We have a tremendous staff. And I want to thank the majority staff also, what they've done. I, in particular, after I thank the staff and Leader Ort, want to thank Kristen Frank, our counsel to the minority leader, for her efforts to get this bill to the floor. And of course, I want to thank my staff director, Adam Kramer, and all my other staff members who have worked very hard to get this bill done and are always there for the constituents I represent. So I'm proud to be the sponsor of this bill. I'm proud to serve with my friend, Senator Robert Jackson, RJ. And as I close, I want to wish everybody that's going to be out there as we lead towards the commemoration on Memorial Day of those individuals who give us the opportunity to be the greatest nation in the world and have protected our freedom and liberty and given their last measure of effort to do that for us. And hope all those individuals commemorate, remember them, thank them, but also enjoy this weekend with their family as we work towards not only getting into the woods, but getting out of the woods with this virus that's before us. So I thank you, Madam President, and I vote aye.